Hey Premier Planet, it's your favorite MC, JB, Justin Barlow inside the Premier Studio in Woodstock, Illinois. I'm here to tell you all about PPW number 146 this past Saturday night. As always, a big thank you to everyone who came out to Woodstock to support us. If you weren't in attendance, here's the action you missed out on. We started off the evening with the corn-fed Colossus, the big 290-pounder from El Paso, Texas, taking on 1 out of 3 members of the Dirty Boys Club, Ronnie Metro, and let's see who got the better of who in this one. So you can see there, Michael Mack losing the match, but getting a measure of revenge against the Dirty Boys Club as he sends them packing back to the locker room. Following that, speaking of the Dirty Boys Club, they've been initiating, I guess you could say, one Hammond Eggerts over the past, it's been about a month now, trying to bring him into the fold of the Dirty Boys Club, trying to get him to prove himself in the ring, prove that he's worthy to be a member of the DBC. But at PPW 146, there was a little bit of a wrench thrown into the machine as Hammond was left to his own devices. Chase Gosling announcing, "Kid, you're on your own in this one." He takes Andy and Ronnie, and the 3 of them go back to the locker room to watch the match from the back. Hammond Eggert had a lot on his plate because his opponent was the former and possibly soon to be again PPW World Heavyweight Champion, the world exclusive Matt Vine. Now, Hammond Eggert, as Vine said after the match, nothing to be ashamed of in this one. He really held his own, but Vine, significant experience advantage, is able to roll Hammond up 1, 2, 3, gets the victory, but after the match extends a hand to Hammond and says, "You know what? You don't need the Dirty Boys. You're good enough on your own." So it remains to be seen on if Hammond is going to take Vine's advice and break free, or if he's going to continue to try and impress the Dirty Boys and get into that fold with Chase, Andy, and Ronnie. Following that, speaking of Andy Anderson, it was Andy Anderson taking on PPW rookie, but somebody who's been really turning heads here in Premier Pro Wrestling, Jamie from the Block. Now this match came about after last week. Jamie came out and got a decision reversed in a matchup against the Dirty Boys Club, particularly Ronnie Metro. Andy Anderson was at ringside to witness the whole thing, and he wanted a match to teach Jamie from the Block a lesson, despite the fact that Jamie had been put into an impromptu match against Ronnie Metro, where Ronnie Metro was the victor. And Andy Anderson, well, Andy thought this was going to be real easy. Andy loaded up with experience. He's one of the most experienced members of the PPW roster. But Jamie from the Block really held his own. He fought tooth and nail against Andy Anderson, but a big Andy bomb out of the corner finally sealed the deal. But Jamie from the Block, all the credit in the world. We have not seen the last of this kid from the Premier Academy. Following that, non-title action. Chase Gosling taking on Slam and Skip McKenzie. And this match came about because Slam and Skip and Michael Mack were actually victorious in a tag team match at PPW number 145 just a week ago over the tandem of Chase Gosling and Andy Anderson. So Chase Gosling gets Skip in one-on-one action, and Skip McKenzie really fought hard through this one, really gave the champ a run for his money, and let's see what transpired at the end of this match.
Come on! Oh, well, what? You kicked out at 2. Got nothing. Oh! Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Chase. Oh!
Skip doesn't pick up the victory, he has to tap out to a surfboard stretch, a modified surfboard stretch from the champ Chase Gosling, but Skip, trying to get a measure of revenge after that match, takes after Chase and Andy. Chase and Andy are able to cut him off, and Ronnie gets in the ring, and the three of them just start laying waste to Skip. But Jamie from the block, acting as the savior, watching from the back, runs out for the save with metal chair in hand. And afterward, Premier COO Randy Ritchie announced that at PPW 147 this Saturday night, we are going to have a tag team match. It's going to be Chase Gosling and Andy Anderson taking on the team of Jamie from the block and Slam and Skip McKenzie. So you are not going to want to miss that one, because there's a lot of heat building between these four competitors. Following that, it was our main event, big round-robin #1 contendership tournament match. It was the world-exclusive Matt Vine taking on El Mero Mero Iniestra. These two have been at each other's throats for the last several weeks, and let's see what happened at the end of this grueling match. He gets laid out, splashed in the corner, has no choice but to call a no contest. Iniestra and Matt Vine visibly upset by the decision, but Premier COO Randy Ritchie, again exercising his authority, announces, you know what, before you two kill each other in that ring, we're going to have a triple threat elimination match for the #1 contendership at PPW 147. It's going to be Iniestra facing Matt Vine, facing the human video game Scott Colton. Eliminations can happen via pinfall, submission, or by being thrown over the top rope. So a lot of excitement is destined for PPW 147. You're not going to want to miss a single moment of it. Bring all your friends and family out here. As always, again, thank you so much for your continued support of us here at Premier Pro Wrestling. A quick reminder, in 4 short weeks, it's PPW number 150 on Saturday night, July the 1st. Let's pack this house and let's celebrate together another huge milestone in Premier Pro Wrestling. Once again, my name is Justin Barlow. We will see you folks out here in Woodstock.